This week on Steel Horse Thunder,
It's my personal collection. It's a hobby that's gotten out of control.
we take a look back at the Motorcycle Expo.
What do you guys got planned this year? Do you have anything set in stone yet, or what's going on?
No rain.
So we love to have a good time. We love welcoming bikers and visitors from all over to come to our community, and we have music every weekend from Thursday to Sunday.
There was a circumstance that I heard of a guy in Texas that actually had one on the top of his truck. He went to Colorado to go camping with the rooftop tent on it, and a bear decided to go ahead and come into the campsite and actually came in, didn't go in, but poked its head inside the tent itself.
Steel Horse is brought to you by Ladendorf Law, with over 60 years experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases.
People talk about your one-stop shop. Well, Flatout Motorsports is definitely a one-stop shop.
Maybe you like to hit the streets on two wheels, whether you're a touring guy, whether you're a cruising guy, or maybe you like the sport bikes.
If you'd rather play in the dirt, there's four wheels or there's two wheels.
Or maybe you've gotten to that point where you're ready for an extra wheel. They got the Can-Am Spider and the ever-so-cool Slingshot.
Or maybe you don't like the dirt or the road, then you can get on the water. Take this baby for a ride.
No matter what you need, no matter what brand you like to ride, all the safety gear, helmets, whatever you're looking for, it's all right here under one roof. And with the used motorcycle sales, you can pretty much find any kind of motorcycle you like.
The attorneys at Ladendorf Law have over 100 years of experience in personal injury and wrongful death litigation. Call us at Ladendorf Law. Ladendorf Law, like family, because we are.
Hey man, it's middle of February, we're in Indianapolis, and we're filming Steel Horse Thunder. That can only mean one thing.
It's the 2019 Motorcycle Expo, and this place is hopping.
It took us an hour just to get parked in here. Just when we got to the parking lot, it took us an hour. The place is hopping. I'm telling you what, it's a blast, man. We're getting to see all our old friends, meet some new friends, and Sydney, there's a lot of stuff going on. What do you say? Take a look around, see what's going on?
Let's go.
And as you know, this year, all of our charity rides are sponsored by 36 Saloon in Rockville, Indiana. I'm telling you, if you haven't been there yet, you better get on the stick because everybody's going out there. This is one of the coolest places in the world to go, and they got good food and they got good service.
So Alan, you're here. We're here at the expo, and it is packed today. You guys are doing a ride for Indian, right?
Yes, we're going to be going to the Spirit Lake, Iowa assembly plant. Our riders group, which is based here in Indianapolis, sponsored by Flatout Motorsports. We're going to be taking a 4-day trip to Spirit Lake, Iowa, and our trip will consist of different sites and events along the way, so it's going to be a very good time.
Now, is this the first annual ride that you guys are doing?
Yeah, it's our first large ride. Last year we went to the AMA Hall of Fame Museum back in September. We had quite a few riders that went on that. That was about a 3.5-hour ride one way. This one's going to be 10.5-hour ride one way.
Okay, so I know it's for Indians, but is it only Indians that get to go on this trip?
It's basically with our group, but we have other people that have a victory, and we are open to other motorcycles in our group. They just have to be members of the National Indian Motorcycle Riders Group to be able to join our group.
All right, Jeff, you're here. I see all these, I don't want to call them junk motorcycles, but they kind of look old and they're pretty cool, and I love the truck, so it's all awesome. But tell me, what is this that you're doing?
It's my personal collection. It's a hobby that's gotten out of control, and I have a problem with buying and not selling. So these are all the ones that I've bought and I refuse to sell. So I'm looking for more to buy today.
So you're just wanting people to come around here and just say, hey, I got an old motorcycle in there. You need to get rid of it. I'm going to take it.
I have conversations with people. They know a neighbor or a dad or a guy who's got one in a barn, and then I go check it out, and hopefully I'm taking it home. So that's what we're here today for.
Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, I've never seen anything like it, but it's pretty cool. So do people just get a hold of you and they come?
I've got a website. I'm giving people my card, and hopefully they contact me, and I'm good about chasing people down. So it's pretty fun.
Okay, I know this is just a collection, but do you rebuild the motors so that you can ride these old bikes?
I get everything working operationally, but I do not change the way they look. So I keep them the way I found them, except that they work, function, start, and go.
All right, man, we're up here at the Motorcycle Expo 2019. I'm still looking a little woolly and everything for the winter, and I'll groom up before the season starts. But I bump into an old friend of mine, Shaky here. You've been drag racing motorcycles forever, and been talking to Cindy about getting her out there on her bike to go run down the drag strip. And it hasn't happened, but it seems like this year it just might happen. Tell me what's getting ready to take place out there at Raceway Park.
Okay, Raceway Park got a hold of me. We're going to try to get the newcomers out on the drag strip, and I'm going to go out there, volunteer time on Wild Wednesday nights, teach anybody that has two wheels, want to go down the famous drag strip at Raceway Park, Lucas Oil Raceway Park, and see what it's about.
And you say on Wednesdays, Wild Wednesday, is this when, you get to bring in your own street bike? Is that the way this works?
Yes, sir. You can bring in anything with two wheels, whether it be a Honda, Suzuki, Harley, whatever you like, and go down the drag strip and have a great time.
So now somebody that's going to come in, Cindy's got a factory, it's factory stock street bob, it's a Harley. It's not really known for its quick pep or, takeoff. Obviously, your Suzuki's going to go a whole lot faster and a lot quicker. So even somebody like her that's on something like that, or I've got a friend that rides a little Honda Rebel. Are they able to come out and do the same thing?
Yes, sir, they are. Whatever you have, street legal, non-street legal, motorcycle, you come out there and run it down the track. And good thing is you're not going to get in trouble by the law, and it's safe, and it's a good environment, and they're welcome everybody come out and enjoy it.
All right, we're up here at the Motorcycle Expo 2019, and of course we run into Jay with A-Bait of Indiana, and I know you're a very, very busy man because A-Bait's constantly doing stuff here in the state. So what do you got planned for 2019?
Well, you're busier than me, Scott. You're everywhere. I'm only somewhere, but you're everywhere. 19's got a lot of good stuff in the future. We're looking forward to Motorcycles on Meridian again. Be August 24th this year, the Saturday again. The 39th annual Boogie is coming up. Been doing that 39 years, July 19th through the 21st. There's a little festival in upstate New York about 50 years ago. You may have heard of it. Kind of a classic thing. Right. If you look at the posters for the Boogie, the tie-dye might give it away, but we're going to replicate a lot of that. And actually, some of the bands we've got Big Brother and the Holding Company, which was Janis Joplin's original band. Two members that were on stage in Woodstock will be playing the Boogie this year. It's going to be great. We got Canned Heat, 3 original members from that band that was also on stage at Woodstock going to be playing. Got a Hendrix tribute out of Seattle, Washington, where Jimmy was from. The Who. It's going to be just like it was in '69, man.
That's pretty awesome. Now I'm looking forward to that. And I know even with all that stuff going on, I like to talk about the other stuff that A-Bait does for Indiana. And I know this is probably your time where you're up at the State House quite a bit right now, aren't you?
It is, and this being a general session, there's been a lot of bills introduced, and we're watching a lot of things, mostly just on defense, making sure that there's nothing that is detrimental to motorcycling that gets introduced, but we'll be watching that real close. But we're at the State House a lot right now.
This is what I love about the Expo, man. When you come up to the Motorcycle Expo, you just start meeting all your friends, and this is what I love, man. Here we are by the door. Shannon comes walking in. Now, Shannon Hall, I've known Shannon since, gosh, you were probably still in high school when we first met. Yeah. It's been a while now, and I know you guys do Cody's Ride now. You've done it a couple years. Yep. So do you have any idea, dates and stuff for Cody's Ride this year?
Yep, we're going to be June 8th. Yeah, down in Morgantown at Frenchie's Pub. Right on. We're still working on details, but definitely June 8th, yeah.
And speaking of Frenchie's Pub, how are things going there at Frenchie's? Obviously we lost Ron French last year. So how are things going at Frenchie's?
Going well, man. Going well. We're having a good time, and things are going smooth. My wife kind of runs everything, but yeah, going well, man.
And business is as usual, like it always has been, correct?
Yeah, we didn't really change anything. We kept it the way Frenchie had it, and just try to keep his thing going and try to be a nice little biker destination, Yeah.
Oh, no doubt. And it's been a place where a lot of people have used Frenchie's to, start rides, end rides, or poker runs coming through there and stuff. So I'm really glad that you guys are kind of in control of that now and keeping Ron's name, alive and well with our community.
Absolutely. He was big into doing the charity stuff, so we're just trying to keep keep everything going in his honor. So, yeah.
So, Jackie, 36 Saloon was our charity ride sponsor this year. You guys came on board. We love you guys, love what you're doing. I love 36 Saloon. It's an awesome place to be. Can you tell me your perspective of 36 Saloon and what all you guys do out there?
Absolutely. I love the 36 Saloon. I've grown up in Rockville. My family's been friends with Mark for a very long time, so it's just always kind of been part of our lives. And so I help with all the shirts, the merchandising things, and so I know my family loves spending time there. My sister came today to work at the Motorcycle Expo just to promote the business, but we love to have a good time. We love welcoming bikers and visitors from all over to come to our community, and we have music every weekend from Thursday to Sunday. We host the bike nights with Harley Davidson at Cannonball out of Terre Haute, so we have a great time doing that. Welcome to their Hog chapter, but we just love to have a good time. We love welcoming people, and the Smoke Shack's going to have some great new items on their menu this year that we're really excited about. So everybody come out and have a great time.
Well, we love 36 Saloon. It is a beautiful place. You guys have so much to offer. I love the outdoor bar, and everybody sitting out there is so great. We've been there for bike night, and bike night it rocks. You guys do a great job. You guys have lots of people. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like it's pretty full?
Oh, absolutely. This last summer was our first year to do it. And I remember the April event was really cold, and we were kind of afraid all day that, is anybody going to come? And it was probably the second most crowded I've seen it in my time there, and so it was really exciting, and it's just gotten better and better. So this year we're starting with our April event. It's my favorite band personally is MLE. They're country-based, but they play a lot of songs that everybody knows from different genres. So I'm really excited for that. Then our May event, I know we have Wade Jennings, who's Waylon Jennings' grandson, and he came last year, and he just rocked the place. So we're really excited to have him back as well. And so we're just going to have a great summer of events with them.
Motorcycle riders want the freedom of the open road. Unfortunately, other motorists often do not give riders the proper attention the law requires. Call us at Ladendorf Law. Like family, because we are. This is a standard lawyer commercial. This is a dramatic shot of me walking down the hallway. This is a stage scene of me talking to clients, even though they're not actual clients. This is the closing shot in my office, where I say my catchphrase looking professional and confident. Look, all lawyer commercials are the same, but not all lawyers are the same. Ladendorf Law has been involved in the motorcycle community for over 35 years, with many more years to come. Ladendorf Law, like family, because we are.
All right, Geneva, I saw you ride in here. Obviously, you're a very pretty lady, so you get people's attention when you come up on a motorcycle. It's, to me, nothing sexier than a woman that rides her own bike. How long have you been doing this?
Well, I've been riding since I was 5, and started riding big bikes back in late 90s, and I've been riding ever since. Sold my bike. I had a custom Fat Boy. I sold it, I believe, back in 2010, 2011, and decided to get another one. So had this one about a month now, and it's fun.
It's a big motorcycle.
Yes, it is. I can handle it.
And that's true, because I saw you pull up here, and I saw you back it up uphill into gravel. So that's pretty impressive.
Thank you.
What kind of riding do you like to do?
Well, I haven't really done any long hauls. I mean, I've ridden to Harley's 100th anniversary party on an old bike, but just mainly just little rides, charity rides for money. That's kind of what I do.
That's cool, and that's the thing. Find out what you enjoy doing, and you do that. Some people like to take long trips all the way out from coast to coast. Other people like to, run down to the southern Indiana for a weekend, and other people like to do the charity rides. That's what it's all about. Do you have any plans of something? You got a bucket list or something like that?
I do want to take a long trip on it. It's my first time owning a touring model, so yep, planning it.
It makes a big difference to go from a Fat Boy long haul or on something like this long haul. You're gonna like that a lot.
Yep, it's like a Cadillac.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Well, that's cool, man. I hope you have many, many miles. I hope you get that bucket list, and I hope you get a chance to take a big trip. You thinking? What are you thinking? Sturgis, or are you thinking just out west, up north?
Probably south. Somewhere south.
South is good. South is good. It's all good. When you're on a motorcycle and you stay off the interstate, it's all good.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us.
All right. Thank you.
You have been injured in an automobile collision, and suddenly your vocabulary has been expanded to include terms totally unfamiliar to you. We know accidents can be overwhelming to the injured victims and their families. You know you can put your trust in the familiar faces of Ladendorf Law. We take care of you and your family so that you can focus on recovering from your injuries. Ladendorf Law, like family, because we are.
Don't look now. Krambo's isn't just paint. It's your one-stop shop for motorcycle gear, parts, and service. Krambo's, voted the Indy A-List #1 motorcycle shop 2 years running, has expanded with the state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment for tuning your fuel-injected Harley and a new paint facility to make your bike stand out from all the others. Krambo's also has a new retail area complete with leather, chrome, audio, and all your parts and service needs. Krambo's, voted #1 for a reason.
We're up here, and of course we run into Jack and Terry, and I mean, I guess I should say the Bean Blossom Biker Fest people. What do you guys got planned this year? Do you have anything set in stone yet, or what's going on?
No rain. No rain.
You know, people talked about the rain. What did we have? It was only like, 10, 12 inches of rain that weekend. It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad, no. We had some folks who stuck around and partied until actually Monday morning because they couldn't get out on Sunday. So we're going to have some special T-shirts for monsoon survivors, and yeah, it was all good.
You know, and it's funny because I've talked to some people that they stuck it out the entire weekend. They said they had a blast. They said, we had so much fun. I was like, wow. I mean, obviously that kind of rain, we're not going to be bringing cameras out and that kind of stuff, so we missed it, but I'm hoping this year we get a chance to come on out and hang out with you guys. So what do you got planned this year?
Well, we have we have the bike show, the ride-in bike show, 2 days of bike events because it's not going to rain on Saturday, so we're going to get both days in.
Got the Wall of Death coming back because they wasn't able to do a lot of their shows because of the dampness and everything. The Black Sabbath tribute band that didn't get to do their thing on Saturday night like they should have, we're bringing them back so they can have the full stage to do their stuff. So it's going to be a great time. You know, people that were there last year that had a good time remember what it's about when it's raining. So
of course I have to stop by the Ladendorf Law booth. I mean, first of all, they got really cool stuff out here on the table as far as kickstand pucks, and you guys got the can koozies and all that kind of stuff. But as you know, without Ladendorf Law, Steel Horse Thunder would not be on the air. I've said it for, believe it or not, we're starting season 7.
Yeah.
And so for us to be saying that, I still say it to this day, without Mark Ladendorf and Ladendorf Law, we never would have gotten the show back on the air. And it takes all of our sponsors to keep the show going. But, you know, Mark, you guys went above and beyond to make sure the show kept going. And it's because of your love for this motorcycle community, and I thank you about that. You know, every time I see you, I got to thank you for it. But I know you guys do so much, and so do you have any plans for this year in particular?
Oh yeah. First of all, I want to thank Scott and Cindy for making this happen every week. And the motorcycle community has always been this incredible giving community of people who are always thinking about others before themselves. And you walk around here and you see the different coats, you see the jackets, you see the vest, and you see groups of people who are committed to society, to the betterment of society. And I really believe that. And because I believe that, we are part of Steel Horse and have been for, I think, 12 years now, 15 years. I forget, you know, I'm getting older every year. But I can say this. We've got, our calendar right now has 12 rides on it. And we've got another 10 charities that we're giving to. The 12 rides, of course, are motorcycle rides, which we'll be at personally. And the other groups are like the walk, the Suicide Walk in Indianapolis, which had 4,000 people there. Well, Ladendorf Law had to be part of that because we have people that we know very well, and everybody kind of knows somebody who's been affected by that terrible tragedy. But that's just one of the trickle-down things of giving in our society, is that when we have a show like Steel Horse Thunder with Scott and Cindy pushing it behind us, they're going to have my back. And I'm going to have their back, and we're going to have people like Brenda and everybody else here to be part of it. And we're very proud to be part of it. And that's we're going to commit every year to you, and you know that, Scott.
Chris, we're here at the expo, and my goodness, you are so busy. What the heck's going on?
Yeah, we tried something different this year. You know, there used to be a booth in here for years and years and years that sold tires. They haven't been here in the past 3 years, so we thought we'd take advantage of that. And we got a booth full of tires, and they're going like hotcakes.
It looks like it. I mean, you have not stopped. I've been standing here forever, and you have not stopped.
Yeah, it's a whirlwind, you know. A lot of people know the shop for the painting that we do, and, you know, I hope that this opens up the people's minds that know that we still do service and tires and brakes and tunes and that type of stuff. So, you know, we are a full-service shop, and I think that's going to make people aware of that with all the tires here.
Well, I hope so, because you guys are a full-service shop. You do everything. I don't even know what all you do, but you do everything. So we're so glad to have you guys as sponsors, and I'm so glad to see that you're busy. I know that you guys have a new place. Been there for how long have you had the new place now?
We are. This is our 11th year in business. We're in the third year, going into the fourth year of the new building. We're 6,000 square feet. We're getting ready to host our 10th annual ride, our Dash for Cash. So, yeah, we're hitting some milestones, and everything's good.
Well, you definitely are. Now, the Dash for Cash, tell me a date for it so that people will know when that is.
It is always the day before Father's Day. This year it will fall June 15th.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to let you go because I know it's busy and you got lots of tires to sell. So you guys, thank you so much for all you do, and have a great day.
We love being a part of Steel Horse, so thank you. We appreciate it.
I know you guys are doing these side by side. But you know, that tent is pretty cool to me. Can you tell me about the tent?
Yeah, it's a rooftop tent. Four-wheel parts from Indianapolis kind of helped us put it on our display that we've got here. It just kind of helps you get up off the ground so you don't have to worry about getting wet or attacked by any kind of like animals or any bears or anything like that. So they've come in several different models. This is the Overlander one. You can put them on Jeeps, trucks, SUVs of any sort, so just makes camping a little bit more enjoyable.
Well, you know, I think it's pretty cool. And you said that you could put it on a Jeep or a truck or whatever. I mean, I'm looking at it thinking safari, but it's pretty cool. You know, you can climb in the back. It's got a ladder in the back, and you can climb up there. That's pretty cool to be able to do that. You know, and a lot of motorcyclists do go camping, although they're on a motorcycle. If they were to go and be pulling their bike, they could have this on their roof, right?
On their bike?
Not on the bike.
On the bike, but yeah, if they're trailering their bike and they had this on the top of their truck or SUV or something like that, at least, you know, if they get caught into a rain or something like that, again, they're up off the ground. They don't have to worry about any kind of water or anything like that. It's on the campground, on the ground itself. So there was a circumstance that I heard of a guy in Texas that actually had one on the top of his truck. He went to Colorado to go camping with the rooftop tent on it, and a bear decided to go ahead and come into the campsite and actually came in, didn't go in, but poked its head inside the tent itself. And he was able to reach for bear mace and actually deterred the bear from getting him. So, you know, it's kind of nice to kind of have that little security where an animal cannot get up into you. Not that happens all that around Indiana, but you never know. If you go out of state, up in Michigan or something like that, you can run into black bears and grizzly bears of some sort. So,
Bill, with Rolling Thunder, we had the pleasure of riding with you guys out to D.C. on Memorial Weekend. I think, hard to believe, it's probably been about 4 years now, or 5 years now. It's been a while. I've always said it was by far the greatest thing I've done since we've been doing this show, by far the most amazing thing we'd ever done. It was life-changing for me. I understand, I know you guys are going out again this year, but I understand, is this the last organized ride for Rolling Thunder to the wall?
this is the last time that National is holding it in Washington, D.C. From this point on, local chapters will do something in their local areas, or a couple states will get together. So if you're interested in going, this is the last year to make the trip with us over to Washington, D.C. And next year we'll be doing something locally here.
Okay, all right. But again, if you're wanting to take this trip out, first of all, let me say this. You need to make the trip. And number two, you need to go with Rolling Thunder if you're going to do it. It's by far the safest ride I ever went on. You guys do it, you organize it so well, it's so perfect, and you got to do this ride. And if this is the last roundup, you got to do it this year. And when exactly does it leave this year?
Now, we'll be leaving on Thursday. I think it's the 23rd this year. We'll go as far as Athens, Ohio, spend the night over there, and then Friday morning continue on into Washington. We'll be there Saturday and Sunday, do the demonstration ride, and then come on back on Monday morning and be back Tuesday afternoon. So it's a great ride, and like you say, nobody gets left behind. We have chase vehicles if a bike breaks down or anything like that, and everything we do is safety oriented. We want everybody to go have a great time and also come home safe as they left.
Dave, we're here at the expo, and Line-X has been a big part of the show. I want to say, personally, I absolutely love the Line-X on the bikes. I think that is so cool. But you guys have been a sponsor of the show. You guys are continuing to do stuff. You have the bikes being painted, you have trucks being painted, and I love the trucks too. I love Line-X. Tell me about Line-X.
What you're seeing on the bikes, the 3 bikes that we have here are our newest Line-X coating. It is Line-X Ultra, and so this is a much thinner build coating that's out in the industry. Most of the Line-X coatings that we have are a high build coating, so you get a much higher build, much higher texture coating, where this is a much finer texture, and it's a UV stable coating. So this coating is a standalone coating that's UV stable. It can be done in any code. So if you have a paint code that you come to us with, we can actually match that code, or we can actually pull the Pantone or the RAL code off of a paint code and match anything you want to exact specifications. This coating is about 300 times stronger than any single stage paint or powder coat that you see in the industry. So scratch resistance, I can literally take a key and scratch this bike, and I'm not going to get the same as I'm going to get on a bike or any other paint that's out there in the industry. So boots, where it really comes into importance is the boots. When you're scraping the boots on bags or on a tank, whatever it is, I just don't get that scratch that I get on a regular paint.
Jackson, conventional spelling of both, Jayjackson, Executive Director of Beta of Indiana.
What in the world?
This is the 2019 Expo,
One thing. Cindy, what's going on?
It's the 2019...
It's middle of winter, it's February, it's cold, but I get stage fright and I'm scared, and now I'm embarrassed. Turn it off. Turn it off. Okay. Hey man, it's 2019. Yeah, it is. Andy, there's no name going down here for you. You should know this name by now.